Hey family, how you doing? This is your brother Vladimir Dees, and this is MT Maradi. Peace to you, peace to your home, peace to your family, peace to your community, peace to my community, peace to my ancestors, and peace to the nation that you, I, and them are creating. Peace also to the Goddic forces, to the great spirit above, to the mother earth below. How y'all doing? Man, this video has gotten me just absolutely thinking. The title of this video is France extorts 14 African nations with colonial tax worth $500 billion a year. And it is from our brother Advise, the Advise Show. If you don't know about him, go out there and find out. ADVISE Show. ADVISE Show. Find him out. I love this video. It's absolutely proper and it's absolutely amazing. I haven't gotten through the entirety of it yet. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I didn't know. I knew that France extorted money from Haiti. They literally have Haiti paying France. France has Haiti paying them for Haiti liberating itself back in the 1700s or the 1800s technically. But they literally have Haiti still paying them tribute for the fact that Haiti broke free of their colonial master. They have that happening. I didn't know that they extorted, that they used the system throughout the world. I had no clue. I know the U.S. uses it. The U.S. uses the IMF among other USAID among other organs to do the same thing to other countries. I know this. This is like not even news. This is what the U.S. does. I know this. But it is fascinating to me altogether that they think this is right. And so, since this is my second video and I don't want to go off on prophecy again because I went off on prophecy in the first one. If you haven't seen that one, see it. Black people, man. Black people in the United States of America, you need to wake up and you need to understand what time it is. You need to understand what time it really is. I watch Ancestral Productions and I really think his channel, YouTube is squeezing it. So it doesn't reach that many people. It seems like his videos were starting to rise, in viewership. And then after that whole Black Identity Extremist memo came out, I noticed his videos, when they first pop up, if they get 200 views, that's a big day. Whereas before he was getting 700-800 views. Anyway, as he has said before, this is a time when information is being released, using the devil's own tools. Using the devil's own tools. The devil thought that he could get rid of all of these African scholars, get them out of academia, get them out of the academy, and that's going to stop the work that they were doing. And then with social media, they thought, well, we can just control it enough where the people can't really do much. But then real information started getting up there and started getting disseminated. And now the cover is being blown. They are being exposed. They are being really exposed. And as the guy on Ancestral Production constantly, well, he doesn't constantly, but he does say it, it is through their own tools that we are able to accomplish this. And we need to understand this as black people because our time of rising is very near. We need to see that all of these countries are under judgment right now. Now, I know this seems crazy, and I'll be honest, folks. I'll be honest with your family. I never thought in my life that I would be talking like this. I mean this. I mean this 100%. If you had came to me 5 years ago and said, yo, V, in X amount of years, you're going to be talking about prophecy and you're going to be, I would have looked at you and laughed. I would have been like, I don't know who you talking about. You ain't talking about me. But here I am. Here I am. Our time of rising is here. And all these countries are under judgment. All of them, including the United States of America. I think it was Minister Farrakhan who said, I don't believe everything the brother said, but the elder's been there and he said something that was very true. Do you not think that God would care who is the president of the United States? Now, I take a little bit different position than Minister Farrakhan. He thinks God put Trump in. I don't think God put Trump in. I just think God said, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. Because you ain't that. You think you're smarter than me, but that's fine. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. I'm going to let you think that you're smarter than me. And then I'm going to rain down the terror that you so surely deserve. That's what I think happened. I don't think God put Trump up there to be president. I think God just finally said, I gave you a good man. Yes, Barack Obama wasn't perfect. But you used and you abused and you mistreated him. This man could have done what was right for this country and could have turned it around and started it on a new path. So couldn't Al Gore if he didn't sell out. But he sold himself out. That's why he got the Nobel Peace Prize for working with climate change and yada, yada, yada. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Nothing has slowed down since he got that Peace Prize. God gave us a man that could have started turning us around. And they couldn't even handle that. And he was a moderate. He was a moderate. Imagine if God really put there who God wanted. I spoke about this before. The timeline, the original timeline was we weren't going to have a black president until the 2020s. Imagine if God put there who God really wanted. If they couldn't handle Barack Obama, they couldn't handle Martin Luther King, the man that God had prepared, which isn't even in politics anymore. The person that was supposed to come before him, who was white, would have made JFK look like a conservative. The woman who was supposed to come after that first black president, which would have been, I think, 2032, would have set the world on fire when it came to peace. She was going to redesign and redevelop this entire world. All connected to Lady Di. All connected to all of that, which they have been trying to stop. I put videos up on that. If they couldn't handle it, and I mean, look, the Lady Di thing, it's whatever. There was somebody who was in the background who was waiting. So that black president would have happened, and a woman president would have stepped up. If they couldn't handle Barack Obama, they couldn't handle God's real chosen. And that's the sickness of him. Most of y'all Christians, and man, if you know some Christians, please send them this video. Because this is directly at y'all. I want y'all to understand this, man. You guys, it's becoming an embarrassment that so many of our black people are calling themselves Christian, and yet you ain't really reading your Bible. And most of you read it, and you ain't really reading it. And you ain't reading it because you keep thinking that you are part of the oppressors class. You keep seeing yourselves as the Romans. You keep seeing yourselves as the usurpers throughout the entire Bible. When the reality is, God's telling you a story. He's telling you a few of them, actually, of how the usurpers came to power and came to believe that they were something that they weren't. They followed the wrong God. And at the same time, God is telling you how his judgment has struck against them. The judgment of the Egyptians need to be paid attention to very closely, because it is those judgments that are raining down on this planet right now. It is what you will see come about in the next 10 years. Things that you can't explain. Native Americans have told you this. I've been watching Thomas Binyaka lately. And they were warning about this 25, 35, 40 years ago. And these people didn't listen. They didn't listen. They were like the Egyptians. They wouldn't listen. Read the book of Jasir for an extended account of what actually happened with the Egyptians. They had generations to change. Sound familiar? What I say in the first video to this. They were given the timeline 100 years ago. You got 100 years to get it right. And then the hammer's coming down. Generations to change. They didn't listen. Not a bit. Didn't even listen. You need to understand what is happening. The Hawaii volcano that's blowing up right now. And I keep wanting to say Kilimanjaro, but it's not. That's a message, man. That's a message. I was watching Lee Brown, year and a half ago, as he was talking about the coming earth crust activity, the eruptions of the volcanoes, first as warnings. They were first as warnings. And then they got worse and worse and worse until one of the sisters on the West Coast blows. And that is telling you that it's over. It's here. Mother Earth is alive. Us black people, we don't see it. We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. She's alive. And I'm telling you right now, you better get up. Man, stop playing these games. You identifying with the oppressor, you will become the oppressor. And you will be destroyed right along with him. You will be destroyed right along with him. I don't say this because I hate people. I don't say this because I don't like people. I don't say this because I hate white folks. I know some really decent white people. I mean, they ain't gonna fight for, too many black people, but they still decent white people, Gotta take what you can get sometime with them. But they decent. And some of them will fight for us. Some of them won't, but they still decent people too. I say it because it's the truth. And you see it. Like I said, many of you reading your Bible, man, and the Bible said it. Let me tell you what, the Bible is a warning. It is not concrete. And we need to understand that when it comes to prophecy. It is a warning. You got warnings, you got guarantees. And the only way that you get a guarantee is if you take a specific path and you keep ignoring the freaking warnings. Or you have confirmations. Those come when you're on the good path and, you're going towards that covenant. You need those confirmations to say, yes, keep going. Let's go. Let's keep going. Those are the confirmation. You want those. You don't want the warnings, which are saying, yo, you need to stop. We done went past a whole lot of warnings. And we still ain't listening. And as black folks, we still ain't listening. We had a generation of people. And I know they were destroyed by these folks, man. We had a generation of people set to instill in us black pride, black love. I mean, honestly, what is pride, man? What is a pride? Look it up. What is a pride? Cats. What is a pride? Cats. Lions, 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 lions. But we had a generation of people who were looking to do that. And they were scattered. They were destroyed. A lot of them by these people, because it is that dangerous for us to love ourselves, to be ourselves. But those days are over, man. Once we cross that bridge, those days are over. So I want you to know, man, it's not just France who are exploiting former colonies. The United States is exploiting former colonies. Don't be surprised if we see some more imperialism start up again. but the whole European Union. Do you really think that the $500 billion, which if what the brother's reading in this article is correct, the countries only have access to like 15% of it. So that is about $75 billion of $500 billion each year. They have access to it. Think about that. 14 countries, $75 billion. They have access to it. Now, do you really what do you think is happening to all of the interest that is being collected? Do you think it's going back to the African countries, or do you maybe think France and the other Anglo-Saxon countries are biting off of it? You already know. Europe is prospering off of that money. It's not just France. It's not just France. And it is because of the policies of not just France, but Britain and Germany, who is definitely benefiting from all this. All of the countries up there who used to have colonies. The people are coming there because that's where their money is. It's the law of currency. They're going where their money is. Give them back their wealth. Give them back their currency. Give them back their will, which is what you're really talking about when you're talking currency. And they'll stay home. But they don't want that. They want control over the continent. They want control over the continent because they know that is where the cradle of humanity is. And that is where ultimately when the world collapses and then expands again, that's where you want to be, because that's where they think they're going to be the safest at. They won't be. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the new camera. I'm loving the new camera. It's nice, isn't it? Questions, comments, concerns below, as always. And I'll see y'all later. All right. Peace.